In this exercise, we'll use the modify flowlines function to modify a transition surface. By selecting Draw Flowlines and using 4 segments to match the 4 that we used for the cylindrical surfaces in the file, we can get flowlines that match along the entire length of the model. With the matching flowlines, we can then easily create a single surface that replicates the 3 separate surface patches in this model. We'll use the Curve Mesh Surface tool to create a single surface using the ISO curves from the 3 surfaces in the model. First, we'll select the 8 cross curves as a primary set. Then, we'll chain select 3 curves for each long cross curve. We'll use the Curve Mesh Surface tool to create the single surface using these sets. This will give us one surface instead of the 3 separate surface patches. So let's open up sample file KCV hybrid 8.ckd. There are 3 surfaces on 3 different levels in the file. We'll use the near ISO view so all of the flow lines are easy to select. Let's click on the render wire icon. You'll notice that the center patch doesn't have those extra flow lines. So let's type 4 here and 4. Then click on OK. You want that draw flow lines to be selected. Select that one surface and click on Accept. And you'll see now that we have flow lines that match through the entire model. Let's select a new construction color. I'm going to select red. We'll pick the Curve Mesh Surface icon. We'll use the default curve fit, and you want to click on Chain Select. Select each of the cross curves in order, hitting Enter after each one. You want to be sure to select all of the curves at the front end, or you could select all of them at the back end. Just make sure that you're always picking at the same end. That avoids getting twist. So we're going to click on Accept to end the primary curves. Now we're going to select 3 curves in a row, then hit Enter or Accept, and do that for each set of 3 curves. This is the chain select. Hit Accept. Again, you're walking through the model in order. Always start at the same end and pick the 3 curves in order. When you finish that last set, you're going to hit Accept an additional time to complete the secondary curves. Now let's render Gerard with the wire, and you will see that full continuous surface overlaid on the part. So let's recap. In this exercise, we used the modify flowlines function to modify a transition surface. By selecting Draw Flowlines and using 4 segments to match the 4 that were used for cylindrical surfaces in the file, we got flow lines along the entire length of the model. This makes it much easier to create a continuous surface from this data. We use the Curve Mesh Surface tool to create that single surface using ISO curves from the 3 surfaces in the model. First, we selected the 8 cross curves as a primary set. Then we chain selected 3 curves for each long cross curve, and this made up the secondary set. This gave us one surface instead of 3 separate surface patches.